Alex was with the kids.
And so I took the kids to a park.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about our life is that Jen has got a very, very detailed system down for the homeschooling aspect of for the kids. So the older three kids they have the ability to read now, right? All of them are very good readers, and they have the ability to think and read and process information on their own. And so what she did is, instead of the subjects that she needed to teach, she altered their schedule so that they were doing stuff that they could work on by themselves, like math, right? So we piled up, they had all their math books in the truck, and they're in the back as we're driving them in. And then I took them to a park. They sat on a park bench. My two little kids, they got to go play on the swings to get a little bit of energy out. And by the time Jen was done, about an hour later, with getting her new driver's license, hooray, we were all done. And the kids were all done with school by the time she came back in the truck. But that would only be possible. That was only made possible because Jen has really thoughtfully and intelligently crafted a system for the children to school. Right. To do school.
And our whole content this week has been about systems. Like, your business needs systems. That's what the COO will help you build inside your business, is the systems. Well, we're taking it one step further, and this is just how we operate, is in systems. So when I approach the homeschool system, it's looking ahead at each children and seeing where I want them to be and where they currently are right now, and kind of filling in the gap. And when I also built in like flex time in our schools too, in our school schedule, to work on the subjects that need work. And then if I have to go to an appointment, because my driver's license apparently I have to renew in person this time, I'm able to kind of pass that off and have Alex kind of manage the kids without the heavy teaching aspect involved.
And that's very good, because she does not want me to teach the kids heavy subject matter.
No, you're great. Oh, you're going to be for logic. You're going to be for like history. No, he's great. So what I'm weak at, he's strong. What he's strong at, I'm weak. So we're a good match together.
Yes.
And so will our kids be. But yeah, so that was a big milestone.
Yeah, that was an interesting example of how systems enable leadership, right? So it's important that people remember that the system enables you to not just function, but to lead. And because that's a concept that we've been thinking about. How do we communicate this topic clearly? And some of the best examples I've seen of good leadership always had strong systems in place, right? The best captains that I sailed with, they were the captains that were able to articulate exactly what was going on inside their head, but then they also had a full, it's called safety management system, right? So every ship has to operate by a set of very, very detailed, regulated procedures, and that's for safety reasons. And that's the international community came together. They put all this stuff down on paper and said, "This is best practice. This is this is the minimum standard to operate." And each ship and each captain had a little nuance to it as far as what they did, but it was always in accordance with the law. But they had their own flair, per se, of how to execute in accordance with the law, right? How to make sure everything was done right. And those were the captains that you had a system, right? When the captain came to the bridge, he wanted to have all the gear tested. He wanted to have everything turned on. He wanted to make sure the coffee pot was on, and everything was ready to go, ready for departure, right? Like things like that. There was never any doubt as to what was going to happen next, right? Because you had a system and the leadership and the expectations.
Right.